Hey friends, it's Natana. Welcome back to my channel, to my subscribers, and welcome to my channel if you are new. It's been a moment since I've uploaded, and I've been having, I don't know, kind of like some new thoughts or like revisiting of old thoughts and revising those thoughts, I think is a better way to say that. Like, I've been revising some thoughts that I've had. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection as normal, but I finally feel like I'm getting somewhere in this reflection. It's been hard for me since probably like, I would even say before 2017, but 2017 is when shit really got real for me. So, anything that just moves forward is what it is, and there's nothing really to complain about. Honestly, in life, there really isn't anything to complain about, and I know I'm good at complaining, but I'm also good at acknowledging and participating and working at switching things up that I don't like. But what I mean to say is, like, yeah, I could say like nothing has really gotten better or easier in my life, but when things don't get easier, you are forced to grow, or you're forced to fold. Like, like when you're playing poker and maybe you don't know what everybody has. I don't play poker, guys. Why am I using this? When you're playing poker and you don't know what everybody else has, and you have to decide, do I think that my cards are better than everybody else's enough to win? Or can I fake my way through this and make everybody believe that my cards are enough to win? It's kind of like that in life. Either you decide to actually grow and expand, participate, or you do your best to fake it until you get somewhere, or you can actually participate in the growth. There's like a few different ways of doing that. Anyways, I'm not really sure why I'm talking about that. That's not why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to do this video because how do I even put this into words? I'm pretty upset. I'm pretty upset because when people want to do art or share themselves through art or expression, vulnerability, safe spaces, things like that, the internet is definitely not the place for that. But in the same respect, like, the internet is the place for that. Duality is just all over the place here in life. And I definitely have had at least one stalker. I'm pretty sure there's more than just one. And it's people that I actually know in real life, which is even more upsetting, I guess, kind of, or not. I don't, who really knows? I guess I could be upset about any of it. So I've not been uploading, and it sucks because I would love to just be vulnerable and express myself when I feel like I'm ready to do that. And when those waves come of vulnerability that I'm like, oh, I can share this with people, I don't, because of these people. And I'm almost to the point that it's like, do I need to start a whole new channel with a fake name and just completely start over? Which would be fine too, because this channel that I currently have is just kind of me fucking around, trying to figure out what I like, what I don't like, what people don't like. I know what they like on this channel, and it's not me talking, but I love talking. And I know that there is a place for me to talk somewhere. So like, I'm not offended in that either. You know, people like what they like, and I'm thankful that they like me for whatever reasons. And that's cool. Like, that's great. Like, it's really fun, and I'm thankful for you guys. But I know that those people that like those things aren't watching this, which is fine. Maybe they are. I doubt it, but that's okay. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm doing my best to be brave, to share, and maybe in hopes of these quote unquote stalkers seeing this, they might decide to change their life and stop being a stalker. That would be great. Probably not, because habits die hard, I guess, and some people, that's their prerogative and they feel the way that they feel. But what I wanted to share wasn't even like super vulnerable. It was just like more like a epiphany for me. And now, since I got into this stalker talk, I'm not even sure if I could put into words what it is that I really wanted to share. Y'all know I need my coffee. Oh, I cut my hair, by the way. Do you like it? I think it's cute. I'm excited for it to grow again too, of course. But I think we're going to style it slightly different once it grows just a little bit more, so that way I could flip this piece on both sides really nicely and pull it back in the center really nicely. But it was time, guys. I needed to get rid of all the pieces of hair that still was associated with me from when I was drinking, before I nearly died, and had all my therapy hair in there. So I think there is a little bit of therapy hair in here, which is fine, but it's better than drinking hair. We had to get rid of that drinking hair because there was like a smidge. Because remember, I had bobbed that hair off after I had that accident and quit drinking. So there was still like at least like a good amount of hair from drinking, from my long hair. So anyways, I kept it so that way I could do ceremony with it when I'm ready. Okay, so I was thinking about this yesterday, and I was thinking about like all the bad times in life, and the hard times in life, and the not enjoyable times in life, and how you don't grow unless you're kind of pushed into like pressure situations, emotional situations, things that force you to thrive, you know, sink or swim situations. And I don't like recording when I'm in those situations so much, because I used to share a lot on the internet, actually, back in MySpace days, and the beginning of Facebook days. I used to share a lot of my disdain and anger and upsetness and triggers, and, you know, just my feelings, like my popping offness, you know, like Aquarius sun, hi. Gemini moon, hey. Scorpio rising, what's up? Aries Mars, you know. Mercury Pisces doesn't really fit in there because that's more intuitive, but it does, because of those intuitive knowings, I get stressed out and I respond to those rather than responding to quote unquote reality. What really is real, what isn't, that doesn't matter. That's not the conversation we're having right now. Okay, get back on track. So I used to share a lot, and throughout my growth on social media from when I joined like MySpace in high school in the early 2000s, I have done my best to be more of a beacon of light. I still did my best to like share my vulnerability and rawness and realness as much as I could, but like you guys definitely got more of like the uplifting, because of the fact that I don't desire to be a Debbie Downer it's just, I guess it's like a social media thing. I wasn't doing anything to be fake per se. It was more just to be someone's joy rather than someone's downfall, right? So anyways, I'm getting to the point that it's like, I feel like it would be good for me, like therapeutic wise. God, I'm rambling this morning. To share those sad moments, those upset moments with you guys and just kind of like talk it out more like therapy style. I know I really wanted to do vlogging and I do have the equipment to do vlogging, even though I'm not using that camera right now. I don't know, like I just feel so much more comfortable using my phone camera, even though I hate the quality on here. But one thing at a time, right? So, everything that's meant to unfold will unfold for me at the perfect time, in the perfect place, in the perfect way. But in the meantime, that was something I was thinking about. And I like that because, like, despite having stalkers or whatever, that is not too vulnerable to share. Like, I would rather share those moments with the collective for people to know, like, hey, you're not alone. You're not the only one. It's okay. This is what I'm doing to work through those things, or this is what I'm not doing to work through those things. Because this whole last year, since I moved from Texas, I've not been showing up for myself in the way that I know that I could. And it's crazy, just like how, and I don't know, like energy is heavy, dude. Like it's almost like an energetic trap that I moved back into, but it also brought up like a bunch of old childhood wounds that I thought were healed that aren't healed. And that was like super overwhelming. So it took me a long time just to kind of like sit in that and process that and be in that and participate in that. I'm in a safe space now and I'm in my own space. I've been in my own space and I really love that. I'm in nature and I love that. And I feel like I could be in a space now that I can recalibrate myself in a safe way and feel safe doing it. So that way I can expand again and grow. But I think part of that, since I don't have therapy anymore, is sharing those sad things or those hard things or those angry things. Especially since COVID, like I did my best to stay out of that COVID conversation just because people were so polarized. And it wasn't because of the polarization that I stayed out of it. It was more so like whatever dark energy was working wanted us to fight, wants us to fight, wants us to stay separate. And even though I disagree with people, I do not desire to stay separate and apart because I can see the bigger picture. I could feel the bigger picture. I know the bigger picture. And it's not about I'm right, you're wrong. It's about, you know what? We both can be right. We both can be wrong. One of us could be right. One of us could be wrong. And it doesn't fucking matter because my favorite color is green and your favorite color is blue. And I don't hate you and you don't hate me. So like, let's like change the paradigm of what that looks like for everything else participating in life. Man, like I said, I'm all over the place. I don't know, guys. Like, I just had to get on and share this. I have to work this morning, 8, 9, 10. I have 2 hours to get ready. I just got done pulling some cards for myself. I'm not done. I like going through and pulling my daily messages, and I don't get to do it every single day, but I do it majority of the day. Oh, and I've been learning a new reading style for intuitive or psychic readings. So I found this like gypsy witch deck, excuse me, on Amazon for like $2. And I really wanted to know, like, what is this deck about, right? Like, what is this? I read the reviews. People loved it. Some people are like, oh my gosh, this is so scary. And I was like, ooh, for me, Scorpio rising. It's scary to somebody else. That's going to be gold for me. Anyway, so I get this deck, and I don't know how to use it because I've never seen anything like it before. It's not a tarot deck. It's not an oracle card deck. It's a petite, well, it's based off of, because these cards aren't, but it's based off of Petite Lenormand Grand Tableau readings. And what I really love about that style of reading is that you have a card representing the person receiving the reading, whether it's a male or a female. That card goes, well, there's a few different ways to do it. Since I don't have a mat right now, what I'm doing is a basic way of reading, which is putting that reader, the receiver, in the center of the reading. And then I place all the cards around the reader, the receiver, I keep calling them the reader, around the receiver in the reading. All the cards that are touching that center card of the person receiving the reading is like the energy that's closest to them, the energy that's tangible, that's in their hand. You know, it's like, this happened, this is happening, this energy is around you. You can pinpoint this energy in your life currently, right? And then as you expand the reading, the cards get further away from the person receiving the reading in the center. And that energy is like, how do I say that? That energy is energy that's like ripples. Okay. So say like Sally went to the store to get milk and such happened, or could happen because Sally went to the store to get milk, even though the energy closest to Sally is the fact that she got milk. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that works. But when you have a Grand Tableau mat, which is so cool, I'm going to get me one eventually. It has every single card in the deck represented on the mat. And when you go to pull cards, you put the cards down where they fall on the mat. And instead of just using the one meaning for the card, you can now utilize that one meaning for the card and the meaning of the placement on the mat. Now, the placement on the mat isn't like past, present, future, or a love. You know how tarot has different spreads? It's not a spread like that. It actually has images, like I said, of each of the cards that are represented in the deck. So it's just doubling down on the meaning of the card that you place on it. And I think it's really cool to have this mat because that means the person receiving the reading could end up anywhere in that mat. And like I said, the energy, the cards that are closest to the person receiving the reading on that mat are the energy closest to that person. And the cards furthest away are that ripple effect. So imagine in like 5 rows of like, I don't know, 10, I'm not saying it right, but just imagine 5 rows of 10 going across. Say like the person receiving the reading is the top left. So everything else spread out is like really far away from that person receiving the reading. And it's a really small amount of energy that's very close and tangible to the person receiving the reading. You could also do like when you're playing chess and you make like a little L shape, you could do the reading like that, where you make these little L's from the person's card of receiving the reading. And those are the energies that are the closest. And I thought that was just so cool and so fun, super fresh, a new way of doing readings. This is like very old. I think it's like French or German in origins. I can't remember. But I've been practicing and learning meanings and giving free readings away to people. They've been loving it. They're saying that it's good, that they're getting, answers, and that I'm on it. And I really absolutely just love that. And prior to that, I think I had told y'all that I took another psychic development class. Prior to that, I was helping one of my girlfriends who is a psychic type up some of her classes. And, I was learning through that. I've done intuitive stuff for a very long time, and I've been a massage therapist for over 15 years, and I know like my life isn't meant to be only massage therapy, because like I have a lot to give and I don't need to be physical like that forever and energetic like that. It takes a lot out of me to mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually show up for people and to participate in their healing. I love healing people. I love taking care of people. I love being a helper. I love helping people feel better. But it is a lot. And when I'm still not at 100, it's definitely not easy for me to maintain something like that. So yeah, like I love the fact that I'm giving myself this opportunity to do something new that I don't see a lot of people doing, even though it's not new, but new to me. And I don't see a lot of people on the YouTube space offering it while I was trying to learn. There are people out there. Um, so it's just a really awesome new tool to add to the things that I've been doing. And it's been growing me, and I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I need to go. I need to get ready for work. I need to finish my card readings. To all you stalkers out there, whether you be, I won't name astrology signs. You know who you are. And if you're a stalker and you leave me alone, cool, whatever. Do you, boo. If you're a stalker and you don't leave me alone, and you know what I'm talking about, like, just remember how your life was before you met me. Think of how your life was after things went bad. And think of how your life will continue to be bad if you don't take control of your life and fulfill your own cup and love yourself to the fullest potential that only you can give yourself that love, because it is not from me. I am not the one that can fill your cup up. I am only the one that can fill only my cup up. And to the stalkers that I don't know that are stalking me, but I might think are stalking me, because for some reason we might have had like a falling out. You're scared of my response, things like that. Like, all I can say is that I feel your energy. I'm sorry for hurting you if I hurt you, because I know I did hurt a few people, and that's never my intention. I was just trying to protect myself. I feel horrible about it, but at the same right, I don't, because like intuitively something wasn't right, and I can't force people to communicate, and it sucks because like I also have needs too for safety. So hopefully one day I hear from you when we're both in a better place, and I would absolutely love that. And I really wouldn't call you a stalker, but I mean, you kind of fit in the category of stalker if you're watching this and not talking to me, even though you could be talking to me. So, all right. Bye, guys.